Today we're going to deal with the topic that is rights and duties of partner in a partnership, and this is part 3. In part 1 we focus on the general meaning, definition, elements and features of the partnership, and in second part we focus on the types of partner in depth, and this is third part. Okay, so do check that first part and second part, that it's a continuation with the third part. So let's get started. Before that, if you are watching my video first time, do hit the subscribe button, comment down any doubts or queries you have regarding this topic or any topic you want me to discuss in the further videos. So let's get started. First of all, this is my introduction. This is Shalini Khatwani. I'm an MBA in the field of finance and marketing from Sri Shankaracharya Group of Institution, Billai, Chhattisgarh. Work experience 3 years. Previously was working with the Kalinga University as an assistant professor in management, commerce department, location in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and currently preparing for UGC NET management. So firstly, we're going to focus on the rights of a partner. Rights are basically rights, duties, liabilities, everything is mentioned in partnership deed. If not, it will be according to prescribed in Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, so let's start with the first and basic right of a partner. This is the most important right of a partner: to take part in the management of the firm. Refers to performing of business activity. I have told you earlier also, partnership is formulated for doing business activity. Non-profit organization or charity is not included in partnership. Okay, partnership if refers to performing of business activity, and they act partner act as an agent and principal, that's mutual agency relation develops in a partnership firm. Okay, so according right of a partner to take part in the day to day management of the firm, according to section 12 subsection A. Okay, right to express opinion. This is one of the most important right of a partner. Every partner has a right to be consulted and express his opinion on any matter related to admission of any new partner, matter related to profit sharing ratio, matter related to any plan or changing of vision, mission, objectives of that firm. Okay, or retirement of any partner. All this decision are should be taking place. There should be free atmosphere for a partner to express their views, their ideas. Okay, according to section 12 subsection C. Now, third most important right of a partner, that he can check the book of accounts. Okay, he has the power to check the books of account. He can see the position of assets, liabilities. He can check profit and loss account. He can see the position of current asset, current liability, everything he can. As well as he can have the copy of that books of accounts also, according to section 12 subsection D. Now, fourth important right of a partner is to distribute the profit equally if it's not mentioned in the partnership deed. If ratio is mentioned in the partnership deed, then the ratio will be according to that. If not, then the ratio will be equally. Okay, according to section 13 subsection B, right to get interest on capital. This is also one of the most important right of a partner, to get interest on capital. Okay, according to section 13 subsection C. Now, right to use partnership property. This is very basic right, that they should use the partnership property for partnership firm only, not for personal use. Okay, right to leave the firm. Every partner has the right to leave the firm with the mutual consent. Okay, right to do competitive business. Partnership should be focusing on doing competitive business. Illegal business or business which is not ethical should not be taking place in a partnership firm. Okay, right to share in profit after retirement. If any partner is getting retired, so he has a right to get part of profit of the firm. Right to retire. Partner has a right to retire with his willingness and with the mutual consent. Right to dissolve the firm. Partners have a right to dissolve the firm with mutual decision, according to section 40. Now, what are the duties of partners? Okay, see, basically what should be the general duties: to carry the business, to carry the faithful business, to render true information to the partners regarding books of accounts, everything. Okay, so let's start. Partners are bounded to carry the business of the firm to the greatest common advantage, to be just faithful to each other. Okay, each and every partner should be I would say there should be transparency regarding information, books of accounts, regarding any plan, regarding any information related to firm. There should be transparency. There should be no hiding facts or secrecy between the partners. Okay, true accounts and full information. They should be revealing full information regarding the financial position of the firm, regarding profit sharing ratio, loss sharing ratio, everything. Okay, of all the things affecting the firm of any partner or his legal representative. Now, what are the general duties of a partner? First and foremost, to carry out the business to the greatest common advantage. See, partners should function or should perform their duty diligently. They should use their skills, their knowledge to grow the firm, to achieve the vision of the firm, to achieve the mission of the firm, and ultimately attain the profitability. To be just and faithful to each other, every partner should be faithful to another partner. There should be no secrecy or there should be no hidden facts regarding anything related to firm. To render true books of accounts, I've told you earlier also, every partner must render true and proper accounts with his co-partner. Each and every entry in the books must be supported by voucher and explanation if demanded. See, there is a mutual agency between partner. I've told you in part 1 also. One partner acts as an agent on behalf of another partner, being a principal. So there should be proper written, I would say, voucher entry regarding any transaction taking place. Okay, to provide full information related to books of accounts should be given to each and every partner. There should be no secrecy between the partners. That can lead to a very, I would say, unhealthy atmosphere. Okay, so if you want a good healthy atmosphere in a firm, there should be no secrecy, there should be faithfulness, there should be rendering of true information related to anything in a firm. To attend diligently his duty, every partner should perform their function, they should be performing their duties diligently. They should be very hardworking, they should be focused. Okay, they should use their skills and their knowledge to grow the firm and attain the vision, mission, and objectives of the business organization. To work without remuneration. See, in partnership, partners are basically not entitled to salary. See, a partner is not entitled to receive any kind of remuneration for taking part in the conduct of a business, but in practice, the working partner are generally paid remuneration as per the agreement. So commission in some cases, they are paid commission. Okay, now to indemnify for loss. See, if any partner has caused a loss or anything which he has done which has causes a loss to the firm, so he is liable to pay off that debt on behalf of his, because he has done wrong thing. Now he has not performed the I would say duty diligently, or he has neglected. So see, if any loss is caused to the firm because of the partner's willful neglect in the conduct, he was not able to perform the business activity properly, that's why that lead to loss, so he is liable to pay off the loss, not firm. To hold and use partnership property, this is the right of a partner also, to use the partnership property not for personal use, just for the use of the partnership firm only. Okay, to share losses. See, I've told you in rights, the partner have the right to share the profit equally if not mentioned in the partnership deed. If it's mentioned, then it will be the ratio which is mentioned in partnership deed. And in duties, they have a duty also to bear loss also. Okay, they have a duty to bear loss among them equally, and if it's mentioned in the partnership deed, the ratio will be according to that. To act within authority, every partner has the duty to act within the authority. They should not exceed the authority or power. If any loss is incurred due to, I would say, crossing of authority, then the partner is liable to pay off the loss and compensate the firm. Firm is not liable. Okay, I've told you in part 1 also, the liabilities of partners in partnership are unlimited. Now, duty to be liable jointly and severally. Every partner is jointly and individually liable to the third party for all acts of the firm done while he is a partner. See, if he is doing any transaction with the third party, so he is liable individually also, as well as in the partnership firm also he is liable to third party. Now, if you like my video, do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.